Point 1. Apparently I need £167.20 less money to live on, because I get £73.10 a week now. £240.30 minus £73.10 leaves £167.20. So that's how much less money I need to live on now compared to what I needed to live on prior to 3 years ago when I got support category ESA. That's not adding in the disability living allowance of approximately £162 or £168, whatever it was, right? So, bearing in mind that I then got reduced to £204 something a fortnight and lost my disability living allowance, wasn't meeting the criteria for PIP, which is personal independence payment, and now I've reduced even more to £73.10 a week. This is a completely different amount of money, 3 different amounts of money, saying that I need less to live on now than I did to start with. Yes, I lived in a 3-bedroom flat prior to 3 years ago, but the things that I had to pay out didn't really vary that much. I still had to pay out internet, even if it was a different service provider. I still had to pay water rates, TV license, gas, electric, buy food and possibly clothes, because otherwise I'd be prancing around naked, starving to death, right? It does not make sense in this day and age for a government to decide that a person needs less and less money to live on when they're still paying out the same things. Fair enough, as I've already said, things do change sometimes and the amounts that you're paying out may vary slightly, but you're still basically paying for your essentials, gas, electric, internet, because the government has decided that you need to be able to look for work and things like that. It doesn't make any sense at all to say that now I only need £73.10 a week to live on, but back prior to 2013 I needed £240.30 to live on, and then I needed another £160 something disability living allowance. How can they calculate 3 different amounts for the same person? How can they say that I'm entitled, that the amount I need to live on is £240.30 fortnightly, and then another £160 something monthly, and then decide, like, 3 years ago, and re-upload it so that we don't have to faff about removing all the music because of the copyright strike. This is the 3rd copyright strike that I've had. The first one was in a small business weekend, Saturday video, and I didn't even hear the music myself because I was interviewing a woman at one of the stalls. But I got a copyright strike on that, and they got a copyright strike on the guy singing his playlist that he chose at Sheffield Pride, and now I've had a copyright strike on music that I personally have never heard myself, but apparently the algorithm picked up that I had music on there that belongs to a company. So the only way I'm going to be able to do it is to remove the 2 videos, the copy of the day 2 and the actual day 2, and edit them without any of the audio on and put my own music on it, because I am not getting continual copyright strikes for something, for music the algorithm is picking up that I'm not in control of, from Doncaster Pride or from Sheffield Pride or from the end weekend or from Small Business Saturday. They pick the playlists, whether it be the local council or the performer. There is no fair usage thing that I'm aware of about being able to upload a video with music in it that a performer has picked. It's like with the Wrestling Federation in Sheffield, their music that they use, I would have to delete all the original audio off that and put my own music on it, because it's going to get a copyright strike on it if I don't. Not the unlisted one that I've put up, but the listed one that's public, that I've had to delete all the original audio off, because if I didn't, I would have had 4 copyright strikes by now, not just 3. As a small YouTuber with less than 100 subscribers, this is an incredibly difficult position to be put in. The YouTube algorithm does not take into consideration that there are people that are trying to build themselves up, that are not trying to earn money, that deliberately do not monetize videos that have things like this in, and who know that they don't get money for it anyway since the rules changed. So to keep penalising somebody, I'm not saying that YouTube have control over it, but the way the algorithm was changed so that it's automatically doing sweeping checks for music and things like that is making it incredibly difficult for anyone to build their channel. I've been at this since August 2016, and fair enough, I've only had 3 copyright strikes and near companies making money out of my content because of their music being in it. But it makes it hard for you to build, right? I keep fluctuating with subscribers. I went down to like 48, then back up to 50, and then I went up to 56, then I'm back down to 55, and this is going to keep happening because these things keep happening, and I have to keep deleting things from my C drive, so I have no way of re-uploading anything that I put on because it's gone. And I don't have any of the original pictures from like the Small Business Saturday and stuff that I could put into a video and delete the music and stuff. It makes it hard. I didn't monetize things like the Coca-Cola truck coming and stuff like that, but if the Coca-Cola theme had been playing, I would have got a copyright strike. I think there needs to be support for people that have this problem, that are small YouTubers. Us small YouTubers that have less than 100 subscribers have got nowhere near 100 subscribers yet, who can't even get close to 1,000 subscribers and be allowed into the YouTube space and stuff. We're all trying to stick together. I'll put links in my description to people that even have less subscribers than me, or around the same amount of subscribers than me, who have less than 100 subscribers like I do. But Tim, we have to do this because we don't feel very supported by the algorithm and by YouTube with all these restrictions. I'm not dissing YouTube because I feel really passionately about doing it, but if this is going to keep happening, then people are going to end up leaving YouTube in the droves. Not just people that have less than 100 subscribers, but people that have way more, and go to other platforms like they have been doing, where they're not going to get penalised as much and copyright struck and risk their channels because of companies. We don't want to leave YouTube, but we won't have much choice if we keep being penalised for things that are outside of our control. If somebody decides that their playlist is going to be, that means that we cannot record anything. I mean, like, there's big YouTubers that probably don't even mention that they've got copyright strikes, from what I understand, but they probably have had loads. There's loads of YouTubers that have music on it that belong to companies that companies own, right? But they have the money, unlike us that have less than 100 subscribers, to be able to do something about that. I don't. I'm not currently working. Don't earn any money from doing YouTube. The only money I get is like benefit money, which has been messed around so much that it's been hard to concentrate on doing YouTube or concentrate on doing anything. So, boom. I'm sorry to complain for over 6 minutes, but this is just something that needed to be addressed. Like, I tried to tell on about my financial situation. It's changed in the last 4 years, and it makes it even harder and harder to be able to get the ability to have the right editing software and conversion software and all that stuff. I'm not made of money. YouTube doesn't actually earn people on its own solely all that much money. That's why people create merchandise and promote things on the channel and stuff, because that's another way of actually getting money. You don't actually earn money as such from YouTube. If you think that they're making millions, the majority of us are not. The majority of us aren't even making pennies. I get zero. I got $2.58 before it changed, and I get nothing now. And I'll never be dishonest and say that I didn't get something, but that $2.58, I've never seen that, and I never will. Anyway, that's me done. If you like this, being a rant, please comment positively below. There'll be no negative comments allowed onto the video, because I have to keep it safe for everybody. And please share to Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe, because that's the only way that the channel grows. I do have a Patreon, but it's not set up with any gifts or anything at the moment, because we need to work on that. So we're just comment, share and subscribe, and it will help the channel grow. Thank you for your time. Bye bye. Annoyingly, this is probably not going to be as quick a voice recording as I would like, but I was just laid here at 2:30 in the morning, and my brain decided to ask me, so, do you think you're actually friends with any of the YouTubers that you've met? Obviously, I met some YouTubers last year at Summer in the City at my first event, and I've met more of them in the one that I've just been to. I want to try and be really quick as possible, because my last voice recording that I did was over 8 minutes. But no, I don't actually think that I am friends in the sense of I'm friends with people that I've known for a long time. I think that I'm acquaintances with people like Gary C and Alice Thorpe and people like that. It's difficult to be friends with somebody who's a YouTuber, who, especially somebody who's a big YouTuber. I mean, I've made friends through social media with some YouTubers that are only as small as I am, and obviously I'm related to one. I'm the sister of somebody who has even less subscribers than me, unfortunately. But yeah, you can be acquaintances with people, and you can talk to them as if they're friends, and chat to them about how you've been doing, and say if you're passing an exam or something, but they're not your friends per se. I mean, I'm not attacking anybody. I really like people like Emma and Luke and stuff, but when they hold meetups, like the one that Luke had in Sheffield, etc., and the fact that Carrie's book signing is a book signing, it's not like we're going to be hanging out afterwards. I mean, Luke might have hung out afterwards with us, but there is a boundary, even for somebody that only has 55 subscribers like me. There's a boundary. You can reply nicely, or maybe add some of the people that you've met on Facebook and stuff like that as friends, but they're not friends like the people that you've known for years, that you've been to school with, and things like that. They're just people that also do YouTube. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It means that they're keeping themselves at a safe distance, it means that you're keeping yourself at a safe distance. Maybe at some point in the future, when they consider you to be big enough or popular enough, they might do a collaboration with you, and you can still collaborate with people that are small. That's no problem. But I just thought I'd just say this, and I think my phone might be complaining at me about something. So I'm going to end now and say the usual like. That means give it a thumbs up, comment, that means be positive, share on social media, mainly Twitter and Facebook, and subscribe, because a channel doesn't grow unless you subscribe to it. And my content might not all be suitable for everybody, but I'm trying to vary it for a reason. I'm trying to find a level for a reason. So that's just my take on being a YouTuber and if you're friends with YouTubers or not. And I'll see you in the next video.